everybody, and welcome back to HampterCraft. Now, I don't know if anyone really paid attention, but there's no webcam, because I want to start doing these videos without a webcam, because a lot of you guys know what I look like for my actual gaming videos. So, last episode I said I was starting a mountain. Well, I went ahead and did more than half of it, just to show you guys, and it's not really a mountain, it's more of a hill. But I only have a little bit left to go. I started half of this, and I gotta fill this area in on the top. And if we go over here, I got this whole section to do, which it isn't even that. It's like not even that hard, but I did make a mob farm underneath. So I am almost out of dirt as well. But other than this, I was coming up with like little backstory ideas and stuff, like detailing and all that. So I made a little cave on this side. I was thinking we can do something with this. Okay, it's a mob farm there. You can do something with this. I could detail it more. Maybe just make it a little like cave with nothing in it, I guess. I don't know. So I want to figure out stuff after the build's done, but I want to keep going with the build at the moment. So I'm just gonna hop into it and do the one section behind my head, I guess, and then I'll come back and do the other section. That sounds cool, right? You guys okay with that? And talk about doing the other section, I did. So this area under here, if I fly under, was pretty flat. So what I did was, with the peak of it, I made this section go up generally slow and then flat at the top here, while this area here popped out. So I made that and made it pop out more, and that'll continue around the corner and go through here. This area being the most general kind of slope right here, as you can see. It's very slope. Yeah, it's very slope-like. Sure, we'll go with that. And then this area pops out, so this area on the side pops out, and then it goes flattened here, and then curving back in with the general terrain. So, along with that, this side is now done. And then the back is fully done as well. I had to blend it into the terrain here. This area could need some work, but other than that, everything else is done. This side right here with the cave is done. And now the only part we have to do now is this. Now this is probably a fourth of it, at least a fourth. So we're going to get this done, and then after that we're going to go through with it and do something with the mountain. And that will be the focus of this episode. Alright, a little while later, and I'm talking about like 45 minutes, I'm starting to close in on the mountain. Everything from this block up is new, and this section still hasn't even grown in yet, so that's how long it's been. But the front is done. The side is done over there. The back is done. Now we only have to worry about this one steep part. Now, I'm not really worried about it, but it is getting pretty steep here. So I'm probably going to take this land that I'm making and the land that's already here and terraform both of them together and then kind of use that to my advantage. This area here I'm going to have to slope in really quickly, and I don't know how I'm going to make it work, but I'm going to make it work. So I'm just going to let the keyboard and mouse do its work and see what I can come up with. Give me like 20 minutes and maybe you'll see me come back with another part and it'll be finished. I don't know about 20 minutes, but I mean, the rest of it's looking good, and why can't this look good? So, boosh! Alright, and I was wrong about the time. 30 minutes is what it took me to do this. You got the beautiful mega base over there and a new fully customized hill, mountain, peak, something. Whatever. I don't know what this classifies in. Probably hill. But there you go. So you got this really steep, high up area, and then this area right here gave me some trouble, so I'm not going to talk about that, though. But everything else here, it is done. The mountain, hill, I'm going to call it a hill. The hill is complete. Every part around it is done. The only difference is on the inside, it is a complete mob farm, so I'm going to have to go in there somehow and make sure to light this all up, because the whole thing is just complete mob spawn. So this is all done. Now the next part is flattening it out some and figuring out the layout for what I want to put on this here hill, and that's gonna be a difficult thing because this is pretty massive. This is a massive building space along with that over there. But this is going to take a lot longer because there's actual terrain to work with. It's not just a flat area that you build up on. It actually has to have some depth to it, and that's what I gotta work with here. Oh, okay. What do I do? What do I start with? Why is there stone? What do I start with here? Oh god, I'm struggling. Alright, enough with the struggling. I went ahead and started flattening out the land. Not as best as I could, but it's still pretty flat to work with. And it's pretty much a blank canvas at this point. Now, what I was thinking, if you look at it from above, it's not a good angle. If you look at it from here, right? I want this top of the mountain to have some sort of castle. Now, I don't know what that would be. I don't know what that would turn into or look like from the base or what. But I want it to have some sort of castle positioned on top with some sort of like waterway, maybe some water coming down here into a pond or something. I want something like something that has to do with the castle. I want it on the top of this peak. And I flattened it out pretty well to the point where I think a castle could be and it could fit there. So I was thinking maybe have a tower over here, maybe a watchtower on this peak over here. As you can see, this is the tallest area, so a watchtower would make sense there. And then maybe like an actual castle here, have it wrap around, have the walls go around the terrain itself, have a bunch of buildings on it and stuff, and just go with it from there. I have no idea how that's going to turn out though, and I don't know a color palette yet. I only wanted to focus on getting the mountain prepped for the castle project. Now, it's not going to be a massive castle. It's not going to have much detail to it. It's not going to be a box, but it's still going to have that castle look, and it's still going to look like a castle on a mountain. And if I come back and add more things to it, you can be able to tell, or I'll come back and show you. But at the moment, there is no castle there. And I'm realizing this has to be flattened out more. I don't like this sudden drop. Alright, well, I gotta get a color palette worked through. I gotta clean up these shulker boxes here, fill them with some sort of color palette block material, and get ready for an outline of a castle. I am actually excited. I have not said I am building a castle in a very long time. Alright, well, thinking of the land, this is what I'm going by for the castle anyways. Thinking with the land, okay, that's not done yet. About the land, the way it's made, in the biome it's at, I'm thinking of going with a granite castle, or something along the lines that looks like some sort of dark castle. Now, I don't want too dark. I don't want like black stone or anything. I don't want something that matches this. I want something that fits completely and entirely in something else. Some sort of theme that I haven't done. And what I'm thinking of is doing something along the lines of a granite, terracotta, and stained glass. Maybe some oak wood for the tops. I don't know. Honestly, I'm leaning towards the granite and terracotta because that sounds like something cool. I've never really done anything with granite, let alone terracotta. I've done things with terracotta in the past, but I've really never built a castle out of them. I always go with the general kind of stone brick kind of feel with it, but I've never done anything with any of the special blocks here. Now, how much okay, I have a lot of diorite. I don't have a lot of granite. This is going to need a lot more granite for this build. Meaning I gotta go mining again, and I gotta do a bunch of that stuff. We're looking good on the ores front, though, so I don't really think mining would be an issue here. But other than that, like dirt, I'm very low on dirt at this point from that hill. That hill killed me. Look at the mega base, by the way. Look at how much space we have just in the corner that this is taking up. This is a huge base, and I'm not even done the interior. I start a project, I don't complete it until I start another project. Anyways, with the basics, I need the frickin' granite. What am I doing? I'm all over the place this episode. I'm sorry. It's also like midnight here where I live, so I'm trying to keep quiet and I'm trying to do a bunch of stuff, and it's not working out pretty well. So, with the actual base itself, I'm thinking of doing many box shapes, but then adding some detail in it as well, maybe with some spruce and oak wood. I don't know what kind of actual wood type I'm going with, or if I'm adding any other special type of blocks. I'm gonna do some stained glass. I'm thinking like red or yellow stained glass with the terracotta and the granite and polished granite outline would look pretty cool. So I'm thinking of, on this side, we're gonna have some sort of general, maybe tower. And this is gonna be about this wide. It's gonna span from here, a door would be about there. And then there'd be a wall that would connect from here. We're gonna make that like this. And then from that wall there would be another, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then wall it off again. We're gonna bring this out another 3, and then down again like this, meet it up with this wall, and then go and box this area off here. This is not a general shape, so we're gonna do something like that with a double door, and then I'm just gonna go ahead with this and see what kind of shapes I can come up with. And I'm not gonna use all of the granite, obviously. This whole thing is not gonna use all the granite, but granted, no pun intended, if it does, then I'm definitely gonna need to do more farming and more mining for this. Like, I'm almost out. I've used the whole stack, along with all of what I've done has used the whole stack, so this ain't looking too good for me right now, but we'll figure something out. Now, with the trick that I've learned for building some sort of castle is you just want to go with what kind of shapes castles have, and that's a lot of towers and a bunch of random bits that just kind of don't make sense. And you kind of want to go with it and make sure it has some sort of character. And what I've learned from it is a lot of these random builds normally do have a lot of character, and they normally have a bunch of shapes. So, I mean, we'd have like another tower here, which honestly would just kind of be there, and then another tower over here. And this honestly would have been the castle that I was going for. Like, if I had to make some sort of castle, this is what I would have made. Like, this is the general shape that I would have gone for. There you go. Alright, now thinking of this area, I want to find, does this have a center? I don't have any other blocks to make out of this, so we're just going to use more granite. Does this have a center? Let's find out. So, the wall itself would be here and here. Oh, it does have a center. Alright, right here would be the doorway, and we're gonna make that 3, so there should be 2 on both sides. Yep. Okay. So this is basically me just going on about building and figuring things out. So with this, we're gonna have a like hallway here for the main area that drops down. We'll have a like big door here, and with this big door, we're gonna make this about this tall. Oh, I'm building all over the place. I'm telling you guys, it's late. Alright, leave me alone. It's late. Alright, we're gonna do something like this, and then it'll drop down, and then we'll have an outdoors area. So what I want to do, I need to grab more kind of blocks, and I don't think I have any. Yeah, I don't have any kind of blocks, so we're going to use some wood here. And we're just going to put this wood back. We're going to use some oak. Break this. I don't need these anymore. I'll take these though. Alright, so with a wall kinda, I'm going to make a general shape that's not an even number. And we're going to go along with that not being an even number, we're going to plop a tower right here. Kind of just put towers everywhere that you don't have any sort of general I'm trying to think of words here. any place that doesn't have a general shape, place a tower, because it'll make the build have a lot more height that you're used to. And that's pretty much what I'm going for. So we'll have a tower here connected to a wall, and then another wall coming out of, let's say, this area here. We'll go with this kind of size for the walls, and then we're going to have another block build here. So that we're going to go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 1, 2, this whole thing was 7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, so 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then wall that off. Right here, we're going to have a double door and a double door. And then we're going to build off of this right here. 6, 7, off of that. Do some sort of thing here. Kill a pig, because that's necessary. Eat its remains. Throw the rest away. And then, since this is leading back into the other tower, we're just going to go ahead and block that off. And I want to meet right around this area. So what would I have to do here? Okay. Like that. Alright. So now that this actual general shape is done, this is what we're working with. And it's very messy and very ugly at the moment, but I assure you it will turn out pretty well once it's done. I'm going to hop into a spectator and show you just right now. Okay, so I went ahead and did some more general shaping, and I just wanted to show you what this would look like from above better than an elytra, because this is kind of all wacky at the moment, and there's no real reason to why this shape is the way it is. But I want to try my best to show you what this would look like if there was an actual building here. Let me move real quick. There we go. Okay, that's more comfortable. Ow, I hit my microphone. I'm telling you guys, when I'm tired, I am tired. It's 12:25 right now. So, the circles right here, and right here, and right here are towers. This area would be, I guess, another tower, just a different shape. These oak planks would be a wall for an outer area, so if I cut off the building from here to wherever, it will have an outside on the inside, and I'll make that like a garden. This area here would be the main entrance to the actual castle, and the castle would be up here. Maybe I can cut this and make this not a room. Maybe I can make that like a throne room and give this an actual outer window facing the mega base and stuff. I don't know. I'm actually going to change that. This could be the throne area. But basically I wanted to show you guys what this would mean. So the main gate would be over here. So there would be a path going from that way all the way down the mountain, and then you would walk in around this area here. Let's see, yeah, you'd walk in around this area. There'd be another tower or something here. You could either go through it to the outdoors area, walk around a path leading up to the main castle, and then go through. There'd be a tower on this side and a tower on that side, with the throne room being here, and then an upstairs, probably in the corner, that would lead to the second story. And that's basically the general idea for this castle. And it's not a big base yet. Like, I still have to put the watchtower or the mage tower or whatnot on this hill here. I need to do some trees and stuff, the pathways, of course, and a bunch of stuff like that. Detailing. This is not just going to be made out of pure granite. There's going to be a color palette as well. The roofs are going to have different styles. The glass is going to be stained color. I'm leaning on yellow, which is weird because I never use yellow stained glass. I either use the dark, like the dark colors. I'll either use the regular glass panes, the white stained glass panes, light gray, or dark, like the black color for it. I'll either use those, but I'm going to use yellow this time, because yellow is obviously kind of easy to come by when you have giant patches like this, and then over here, there's more here, over there, over here, you know, it's everywhere. So I'm going to use yellow, just to kind of stick with the theme of the around, like, plants here. Because maybe, if you give it a backstory, maybe the people that used to live in this castle use general resources like the flowers here in this area to make their windows colored. and stuff. And maybe, I don't know, maybe granite is common in mesas with giant hills and custom castles built right on top of them. But honestly, this is going to work out so well. I'm just going to go ahead off camera now. I'm going to end the episode. So that being said, I'm going to do this. Face the mega base. Alright? I hope all you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. But that's not the exit yet. What? It's not the end yet. I'm going to go off and start working on more doorway designs, because I want a actual like front gate here. I'll probably terraform this out more, add another tower here, and so this tower and this tower over here, we're guarding the front gate. I'll probably add another tower over here and stuff. I'll probably outline the outer edge and maybe make a building out of this section. I'll cut this area here off, and we'll have another building in this small little area. Maybe that'll be like a workshop or stuff. So this area is not done yet, but I wanted to give you, this actually looks like a bunny. The more you look at it, it looks like a bunny. Right here's the head and 2 ears. Like the nose would be this circle, and then the stomach is the wood, 1 foot, another foot, and then the butt. It looks like a bunny. Alright, that's cool. I might actually keep that. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I might actually keep this kind of build here, because it looks like a bunny. Maybe I can go ahead and name it like Bunsworth or something as the castle name. Yeah, that actually doesn't sound too bad. Alright, I'm gonna let it go because I gotta get to sleep. I gotta edit this video and then pass out on my bed. And this video is kind of long. I am sorry about that. I just have nothing to do, and recording is one of the more fun things other than sleep, so I record. And I'm gonna go ahead, work out all the other buildings and the other outlines, the doors and stuff, and go stare at my mega base for 5 minutes and then start editing. So I hope all you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one, and hopefully I'll have more energy. Peace. Alright, what?